So today is a sad day for Canada. A couple soldiers went missing and they're presumed dead. They only found one body. It was just on the news of everything live. So I hope their families will be okay considering everything. Now, don't worry, Dad, you're not going to be on camera. I know it's on its side, but you know, good old Canada flag. I hope their families do nicely. But anyways, now that we got that part out of the way, we got the elephant out of the room on how this video is being posted on. We got the elephant out of the room. I hope their families are okay, and I hope they find out why that helicopter went down. I say mechanical failure, but I'm not too sure. So I did have a video, but I had to delete it because my license plate was on camera and my neighbor's was. He was not going to be happy about that. So the rear axle is in. Definitely one of the weirder things I had to do. Putting it in was actually easier than taking it out. Taking it out took 2.5 days, which was 2.5 days too long. And this axle only took 30 minutes to put in. So yeah, very nice and easy like. So the hardest part was not getting the coils in. That was actually really easy. It was getting this track bar. I hope you fucks can see that. But there's a control arm right there, or not a control arm, track bar. I hope you guys can see that. But the track bar was kind of hard to put in. I had to, in order to do that, we had to let the vehicle sit on these. Oh shit! I don't think you guys can see that. No, you guys can't. Get the fuck out of the way there, shock. You don't need a shock. We had to sit the vehicle on jack stands from the axle, and I had to sort of fiddle fuck and shove the bolt in its hole just at the end of the track bar. I think you guys can see that. Right at the end of the track bar, there's a bolt, and it didn't really line up correctly. This might be the stock bar, but I'm not too sure. So, in order to get that bar in, we opened up the trunk, and my neighbor decided to sit in the trunk and push the axle down, or to push the Jeep down while I was under the Jeep trying to put that bolt in its hole, and I shoved it in too far, as it turns out. Usually you don't want to go all the way, but for shoving a bolt in this hole, you didn't want to. So yeah, that was definitely one of the more sketchier things I had to do. So you guys might be wondering what's left to do. Well, we have the drive shaft that still has to be hooked up, which I haven't hooked up yet. We have the brake line, which I'm just going to end up redoing once my buddy drops off the brake line for me, because well, I can't go to Canadian Tire because I don't have a vehicle at the moment because I'm working on it. And another thing too is that it's not open to the public, so I can't do that. So my buddy's just going to drop it off for me. He works there. So yeah, he'll just buy the part for me, or he'll just give me what he has. I think he has brake lines from his old car, so I think he's just going to give me what he has. But yeah, it's the brake line that has to be done. The shocks have to be hooked up. You might be wondering, why didn't I hook the shock up? Well, because this axle came out of 2004, the bushings are just too fucking big. So they don't actually fit correctly. So it's either I'm dumb and it will fit, or I might need to shave these down. I don't know. I greased them up, but they don't actually want to go in. So I think the bushings are actually just too big. Oh, there was a shitbox car that just passed us with its bearing going. But I'm gonna try shaving down just a little bit of material off this bushing, and hopefully it'll fit. So the e-brake's hooked up and the e-brake works. So I'm not gonna get pulled over for that shit. But yeah, so we need to hook up we need to get the brakes done. As by brakes I mean get the brake line hooked up, so I have brakes. Then hook the drive shaft up and hook the shocks up. That's 3 things. Now you might be wondering why in the fuck aren't I doing anything. It's my lazy day. It's my lazy day, so I don't really want to do anything today. So, and also because of this day of soldiers dying, or well, not soldiers dying, their military funerals was being held today. So, you know, it'd be a little depressing if I was trying to work on something. It's like, you know. Anyways, catch you fucks later. See you in the next one. Hopefully this Jeep will be on the road, and hopefully it'll be going for its alignment and re-gear for the front. Catch you fucks later.